Hey, so if you want to know how to start and form a LLC on your own and cut out the middleman, cut out those third-party agencies like LegalZoom, hey, click the link below in the description box. I will be hosting a live free webinar. Live, free, it's free. I'm about to show you guys, man, how to set up and form your LLC by yourself. It only takes 15-20 minutes. You guys can have a legitimate business out there. So if you guys are interested in learning how to form your own business, how to form your own LLC, go to the description box below. Go register for this live free webinar that I will be hosting at 1700, which is 5 p.m. on October 27th, which is a Sunday. Click the link below, go register. It's absolutely free. So today's content, what I want to talk about, I was talking to a gentleman the other day ago, and he asked me this question. He said, hey Manny, if you could start back over in this transportation and trucking business, what would you have done differently? So when I first started out, like you guys know my story, right? I started out Hotshot Trucking out there. I started out with one dually truck. Then within about 6 months, I acquired 3 dually trucks. So if I could go back and actually start over, what would Manny have done back in 2017? So what I would have done differently, of course, is first learn how to dispatch, because when I first bought my trucks, I did not know how to dispatch. I had access to the DAT Load Board, but I didn't know how to physically dispatch. So what I did was, for the first load, I found this guy on Facebook, and he was advertising his dispatching service. He charged me 5%. My first load ever was a I think it was $2,000. So I ended up paying him like $100, I believe it was, to actually dispatch me. So he found me my first load, and after that, I was like, man, this guy is not making any magic happen. He's not doing anything that I can't do. So I just got on that DAT Load Board, and I started to book my own loads. So I would have actually learned how to dispatch prior to starting that trucking company. So that's why I tell you guys, and I can't stress it enough, learn how to dispatch and also learn how to broker freight before you get out here and start operating for profit. So also another topic came up in this conversation. He asked me, he said, hey, if you could go back, would you have bought a semi-truck or a hotshot truck starting out? So, of course, me, I'm transparent, and I have to be as honest as possible. So you all know, of course, that's what I do. I have a trucking company, which I just run Hotshot Trucks under. So if I could go back right now and pick between buying a hotshot and a semi-truck, I could tell you guys, I would definitely look into, I'm not saying that I would buy a semi-truck, but I didn't even look into it. I just went out and bought a straight hotshot truck because that's what I was introduced to. But if I could go back, I would definitely do my research on semi-trucks. I knew I wasn't going to buy a brand new semi-truck, $150,000+ right there. You know, when I could buy an actual brand new dually truck for anywhere between $50,000 to $60,000. So if I could go back, I would definitely do my research. If I could have found a good used semi-truck, I probably would have ended up buying that used semi-truck. Long as it was in good condition, if I would have took a good diesel mechanic with me and he could insure me that, hey, this truck is pretty much going to last you for the next few 100,000 miles. You know, so I'm telling you guys this because a lot of you guys are going to jump into this business. A lot of you guys are going to jump into hotshot trucking, but hotshot trucking is not for everyone. You know, because you guys got to know how to make money out there. And that's why I tell you guys, learn how to broker freight so you guys can start brokering out freight to other truckers, but also turn those shippers into direct shippers. Because one thing about hotshot trucking is that you're limited. You're very limited to what you can haul out there. There is an abundance of freight out here, don't get me wrong, but you're still limited to what you can haul because we all know that the hotshot trailer is way shorter than the actual 48 or 53-foot step deck or flatbed trailer. And also, the max pounds anyone is out here hauling, most of you guys are staying well below under 20,000 pounds. But we all know that semi trucks and flatbeds and step decks can haul 48K or even more. So you guys are limited. And the reason why I'm telling you this right now is because I'm a businessman, and the only way that you're going to grow and develop is by lessons learned. So basically, over the past couple of years, I've learned that I do not want to be limited to anything in life. I don't care what it is. I don't want any type of limitations. So, of course, having a hotshot truck, you're very limited to what you can haul. And if you have that semi truck, I mean, you guys are going to be good out there. So just make sure you consider and go out and do your research on what you really want. If you guys could find a good used semi truck, go ahead and purchase it. Like I say, if I could go back in time, if I could have found a good used semi truck, if I was in the market of buying a semi truck, with the mentality that I have now in my mindset, I would definitely consider it, because like I say, I do not want to be limited to what I can haul. But of course with me, I know how to make money in the hotshot trucking community because I've been in it, and I'm also the freight broker. So I know how to go directly to these shippers out here and get dedicated freight, of course, for my actual hotshot truck, you know, versus maybe the next person who is just coming into the business, just like how I came into the business in 2017, basically not having a clue, you know. So you guys are going to learn. So, hey, both of them are going to make you money, hot shots or the actual used semi truck. I wouldn't recommend going out buying a brand new semi truck. It's just too much money, you know. So one thing about this business is you always want to figure out how can you decrease that overhead, like I always tell you guys, so you can increase the profit. So the more money you guys are spending and financing out there, that's the more money when it comes to overhead and expenses every month. So you guys don't want to turn into a business that you're just hustling every month just for actual overhead, and then hopefully you guys can see some profit. And it's all dictated about that commercial insurance, that fuel cost, and that unexpected maintenance out there. So I just thought I would share my actual thoughts. So if I could go back, I would definitely have done some research on buying a used semi truck and a 48-foot or 53-foot step deck or flatbed trailer. And that's the style I would have went with. And also going back, learning how to dispatch and broker freight prior to me starting my actual trucking company. So hopefully this quick video just helped some of you guys out there, gave you guys another perspective and view out there, have you guys thinking. Also, I just want to leave you guys with this too. I made a video the other day ago saying that there's going to be a lot of dream killers out here. There's going to be a lot of people out here that don't want to see you win, right? Also, you guys, and I'm talking about that was pretty much your friends, your family, your associates, your co-workers, or whoever. So I also want to tell you guys another thing. There's a lot of people out here that's creating content. There's a lot of people out here that's on YouTube right now that you guys are following that are trying to discourage you from actually getting into the business. If you guys are looking to get into trucking and transportation, brokering, freight, dispatching, there's some people on YouTube out here that's going to actually try to discourage you from doing these type of things. So just picture this and just imagine this. If there's someone actually out here creating content trying to discourage you, but they're still in the business and they're still actively, you know, trucking, brokering freight, dispatching, or whatever, but if they're making videos trying to discourage you, you guys got to think about that. Read between the lines. They probably don't want you to get into the business. That's why they're trying to make it seem like everything is so bad. You know, so just pay attention to people like that out there. You don't want to get off into watching content with people that are trying to discourage you. You know, so always make sure you pay attention to the videos that you're viewing out there, because trust me, words are very powerful and you guys can become discouraged very fast. You know, so if you have any questions, like I always tell you guys, hit me up on my email at broker@manixtrans.com. Go visit my website, www.extraordinarymovement.com. 30-day free trial with DAT if you guys are looking for a load board. Go sign up with TAFS, Trans Am Financial Services, if you guys are looking for a factoring service out there. So, hey, like I tell you guys all the time, right? You already know what I'm about to say, man. I'm out here, matter of fact, I'm about to get on that court, man. So if anybody out here in that Indianapolis, Indiana area, and you guys, hey, you want to see me on that court, man, we could play 21, we could play 5-on-5, 2-on-2. We could shoot $100 a shot. It don't matter. Hit me up and come on out here, man, because I'm ready. This is what I do every morning. CEO, commit, execute, and be obsessed. Everybody be great out there.